On Tuesday, I had a chance to catch up with Dave Macedo, the head coach of Virginia Wesleyan. We talked a little bit about Randolph, which is coming up on Wednesday tonight, as a matter of fact. This interview recorded on Tuesday. Head coach of the number one team in the ODAC, Dave Macedo, Virginia Wesleyan Marlins, on the Sports Buffet podcast.
Always a fun time for me when I get to catch up with the head men's basketball coach at Virginia Wesleyan, Dave Macedo. The Marlins coming in to take on Randolph College on Wednesday night. And, Coach, obviously so far so good for you guys this season. Tell me what you feel has gone right.
Well, I think there's a lot of togetherness out there for our group, and we've been able to develop some pretty good chemistry. I think on both ends of the court, and for the most part, we've shot it pretty well, and hopefully that continues. And anytime you do that, I think your energy picks up, and you can translate that into some buckets from defensive stops, and just having different guys step up each and every night. I think we're a little bit deeper, so on the whole, so far so good, but we got a long way to go, and we know we're just getting into the league schedule.
If you were going against your team, what would worry you?
I guess the consistency, getting complacent out there and making sure we never go through the motions and just, all the time stepping on the court with something to prove. I think it is a talented group, and I do feel it's a special group at times, but I think on the whole we need to translate that into, doing that all the time and making sure we are, very consistent.
One thing that, sticks out to me when I look at your team, it can be a different guy every night, kind of like you've talked about. It could be Woodmore one night, it could be Astorga another night. Talk about the trust that, the guys have in each other to where, hey, if I'm not going to get mine a certain night, if I'm cold, I got, 5 or 6 other guys that can get 15, 20, no problem.
Yeah, I think that's the special thing about our group. I think for the most part, all the guys have bought into their roles, and they know that in each night there could be some different guys getting some different looks, and we're constantly trying to play to our strengths, and certain teams match up better with us in different areas. So the guys have shared the ball, they've shared the spotlight or the scoring, and everybody's kind of been in it for one reason, and that's the sign of a good team, hopefully, and a balanced attack.
I think at this point your program is definitely more the hunted than the hunter, but we could probably argue about that a little bit. Talk about, when getting a guy to come in as a freshman, for him to understand that, hey, a lot of guys are going to want to beat you. You're going to get the A game of everybody else every night.
And that's exactly right. We seem to get everybody's best game at times, and we know that it's just a little extra feeling in the air, maybe, or some of these I think preseason, the hype that goes along with it, maybe that brings out the best in some other teams. But we really just try to focus on us and what we can control. And I like having some expectations. I think that's a good thing at times. But I think at the same time you got to go out there when the ball goes up in the air and you got to prove it. And we found that out the hard way the opening night of this year. So hopefully we've gotten past that, and we can keep going out there and have that little swagger and that sense of we need to prove something each time out. But I think when you do have some expectations, it means you should hopefully play and compete for some championships, and that's what we want to do.
2 wins that jump out to me that you guys have this year. One against Hampton Sydney, but just because I know what a talented group D-Vic has up there, and I've seen Lynchburg College several times, and I don't think Hillary Scott's group is bad either, and y'all beat them by 20, or around 20 apiece. Talk about, those 2 wins and how you think maybe they're kind of a signature early on here.
Well, I did think we played well each night, and I think both those teams that you mentioned are extremely talented. I mean, you watch them in warm-ups, they could probably rival most, Division II, some low D1 teams. I mean, they're that athletic and that talented, and they have a lot of depth, both teams, and both coaches have done an excellent job. So I thought we just probably played well, shot it well, had some good spurts, I want to say, in the game, and got some key stops, and maybe that translated into us coming out on top.
Randolph is not going to sneak up on anyone after what they did last year, and obviously you know that firsthand as well. What worries you about Coach Nunley's group?
I think they just grind it out. They're probably one of the most disciplined teams I've ever seen. They have some playmakers. Cohen Hunt is a special player. some other players they got. I think he's very excited about his freshman class, and rightfully so. And they're just gonna take care of the ball, play their game, and I just think they're well coached, well prepared. So we expect to have to play really well. We know it's going to be a battle, and I think Clay does an excellent job, and he's got good players, and it showed. And last year in the ODAC tournament, we found out the hard way.
Do you think they snuck up on guys last year, or I'm not asking you. I'm asking you to kind of speak for everybody. Do you think people maybe didn't take them as seriously, or what do you think the deal was?
Well, I thought that they earned it. I thought they went through the first time around and just keep getting better and better as the season went on. I know the first time we played them, we had to squeak one out, and then the second time it was no surprise to us. So I think everyone probably felt that way, that they had a senior group last year that was determined to win, and the season on a high note, and they did just that. And I think that they got another good group this year. So I think in this league, it's tough now to surprise anyone because everybody just expects it. There's such talented players and talented coaches, and everybody kind of does some unique things or runs a different system. So, sky's the limit.
People can probably tell you do not have a Virginia Beach accent. What drew you to what drew you to Virginia Wesleyan?
Well, I think the opportunity to, just move on in this profession. I was an assistant here for 2 years as a full-time assistant, and as a young coach, you're willing to go anywhere and anytime and just kind of, hopefully get a chance to run your own program one day. And I've been very fortunate, and, it's taken me, through the way of Virginia Beach and the Hampton Roads area, and, I couldn't be any happier. I'm just very fortunate to be here, especially coming down from Massachusetts via Pennsylvania to now here.
How good is it, too, if you want to go recruit when you have off nights, normally you wouldn't have to drive 20 minutes outside the area to find a good high school basketball game in terms of, to me, no one should leave Virginia Beach if they're going to play D3 basketball because Virginia Wesleyan's right there.
Well, I appreciate the comment and the kind words, but, we're very fortunate that we have a high level of basketball played in the state of Virginia as a whole, and then certainly in the Hampton Roads area. We try to take advantage of those natural resources that we have, but at the same time, we're at a game every night. I mean, there's not a night off, as you put it. There's games each and every day. So, it's just every night just grinding it out, trying to find the right guys, I guess, for our program. And, I'm sure a lot of coaches are doing the same other thing.
In closing, give me 2 or 3 keys that gives you guys a victory over Randolph on Wednesday.
Well, we got to be a tough, hard-nosed team. I think that's there. The mindset going in on the road in our league. We got to be a good road team, and then I think we got to make sure that we play our game and not their game. And if we can do that and have some success on either end of the court, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. Maybe we can, grind it out. I think anytime you play a team like Randolph, well-disciplined, well-coached, that you're going to have to just find a way, and hopefully we'll do that.
And I'm sure Colton Hunt worries you, but on Sunday, how much does Tim Tebow worry you? Or on Saturday, I should say.
I think Colton Hunt worries me a lot more than Tim Tebow. I can say I'm a diehard Patriot guy, but I'll leave that in the Brady's hands. I think Brady's pretty special, and so I think he'll take care of it.
Yeah, I was going to say no offense, Coach, but I'm sure a lot of Patriots fans are probably more comfortable leaving it in Brady's hands than your hands.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, well, Coach, definitely appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you against Randolph, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot, Bob.